Okay, this is mostly cucumbers, but yay! I gotta show you. Come down in here. These are my specialty peppers. This is the first year I've been able to get them. Once they get to full, then I'll show you what they are. I've got a bunch of the crooked necks in here. Watermelon growing, and this was just kind of my mix of stuff. And then in here, I'm gonna have a gazillion, oh wait, I said 50 million the other day, of pickling cucumbers. And we're gonna have to, it's very thick, so I'm gonna actually have to go through all of them and try and find them. But I'm big into saving seeds, as many of you know. Let's see. Oh, there's a small one. Oh, there's a couple small ones. Okay. I'm going to just have so many of them. So many of them. All right. These are my tobacco plants. Now, contrary to popular belief, nicotine is not addictive. It's actually all the other crap they put in cigarettes to make them addictive. However, nicotine has a lot of great health benefits, and to my understanding, a lot of doctors are using the nicotine patches to 100% get cure people from COVID. So anyway, shit, dang raspberry bushes. So these are all going to be the seed pods, and tobacco seeds are insanely tiny. You wouldn't even know that it's a seed. They are so tiny. All right, I gotta watch these. They're actually blackberries growing, so they'll be turning. I just gotta watch. Okay, now again, seed saving. So these is celery, and oh my god, this is my first year of letting celery go to seed, and I'm gonna have a ton. So, but I have to let them dry on the plant, and then I'll harvest them, like these right here. These I'm going to be able to harvest. And so this is all going to be your celery seed. Now this plant is black garbanzo beans, and in the pod there's like one or two little green beans that are so sweet, but when you let them dry in the pod, that's when they turn black. And then we're going to try and rehydrate. I've got diatomaceous earth all over me right now. Strawberries. These are my black tomatoes. Okay, these are super cool. They're heirlooms, but I have to wait till the green starts turning because they're super cool. They are very red inside, but I've got to they're not ripe yet until that starts turning green. These are all my yellow wax beans. I've got some big tomatoes in here somewhere. Now, I will also tell you, one of the things I don't do, I do trim my tomato plants, but I don't trim them a whole lot. Like this one right here, this is not going to produce any kind of tomatoes. And a lot of people, you see right in the center here, that's called a sucker. I have found, like here, this sucker is growing. A lot of people pull them. I have found that in many cases, it's these suckers that will produce the tomatoes as well. And I try to, let me see if I can get through here. Yeah, I try to let things be as natural as possible. These are my mushroom tomatoes under here. Let's see if I've got any. I just picked a bunch yesterday. I don't see any ripe ones. That'll be a nice one down there. But the thing with all of these leaves, that a lot of people want to completely trim off excess leaves and just leave the buds and the tomatoes growing is, you know, leaves play a role and they absorb all the chlorophyll. And people have asked us for years, how come, you know, our tomatoes taste so good? And we always respond, well, we grow with love. For one thing, we do talk to them. So this is quite full. Again, I'll be trimming off some of these ones, but I don't trim them all down because the leaves play a vital role in the nutrients in them. This one's going to be ready pretty soon. These are all my yellow tomatoes. Ooh, okay. Let's see if I can reach down here. Oh, goodness. I got a bunch. Okay. Gotta pull that one. Pull this one. Pull this one. They're very pretty in salsa, too. Wow. Okay, so I gotta watch. There's going to be other ones. Okay, I have to come back and get all of those. So, yeah, it's pretty much an everyday thing now. I got to come out and check. So, again, I don't trim off all of my leaves because the leaves absorb chlorophyll, which are really important to the tomatoes. The nutrients. And let's see what we've got under here. These are my Abes. This one's really thick. My Abes get really big. These ones are all small, but my Abes will get really big. And I've got one down here. Ooh, two of them. All right, I'll probably, oh, there's one. I need to get that one out. I better pull this one too. All right, how am I gonna get down to you? There, okay. There's another Abe. Okay. So again, now I'm into the maturity of the plant where it's every day. This plant's not doing good, so I must have snapped it. But it's still growing. All right. Okay, I'll come back for those. Letting these dry off, go to seed. This one, there was also a tomato plant in here that reseeded itself, and then these are all beans that reseeded itself or themselves. So this whole thing is beans, except for, do I have a bell? This is my one bell pepper. No. This one's my jalapenos. Okay. I will let them get a little bigger, and then chili peppers, or cayenne. Those are my cayennes, which I can't do pepper hot, but I do love cayenne. And okay, this is all potatoes. And then this bed here we got ready. I ordered in some of the Japanese Okinawa purple potatoes that naturally help your body produce a lot more hyaluronic acid, which is super important. Okay, I can't let anything die, so I have some other squashes here, which I think are zucchini, but this whole thing is my sun golds. And again, I gotta pick these every day. They're ripening up, and these are so sweet. So sweet. See, I can't find what I've got. But we'll get these picked. These are my larger ones, my reds. They'll a couple more days, and then those will be ready. Okay, and then a lot of stuff just started growing on its own. Ooh, I got a bunch down there I have to get. All right, and then I've got my onions in here. Now this is what I wanted to show you. Let me put these down. So I've got grapes growing first year. This is my second year of doing them, but I've got a lot of grapes finally coming up this year. These are carrots, okay? And what's really interesting about these is, so you have your male and female carrot plant. This is the male. Now, these right here are your female. Again, this is for saving seeds, so clearly I'm going to have a lot. So you got to wait till they dry out. And then you'll have, these ones are still very small. Let me try and find one. I think they're just drying because they got, okay, this is the female plant. There'll be some seeds in there. Yeah, those are carrot seeds, little teeny things. So you just got to wait for them to dry, and then you can pick them. And yeah, I've got them all over the place. Is that a leaf? And then these are my beets. And then I've got more cucumbers growing in this one. But I will also show you. Let me show you one. All right. This, I'm going to put here. Something is coming in here and trampling. So it's what's getting in here in the night. These are the seeds from cilantro. So they're coriander seeds. So one plant can literally give you tens of thousands of seeds. So it's super important to save them. And then these corn, I'm going to be saving some of the good ones. But again, super important to save your seeds. Save your seeds. Let me see if I can get back to the onion part, if I've got any scapes growing on here. Because when your onions go to seed, they're super pretty too. Oh, okay, so here's one. There's onion down there. It will grow what's called a scape from the center, and then it's going to flower out. And then once it dries, all of those are going to be an onion seed. Yeah, let's see, what else we got? Yeah, something's coming in here and laying down. I'm going to hope and just guess it was a cat, or it is a cat trying to get mice. But if it's something bigger, that's a problem. That's a problem. Anyway,